자, 어쨌든 이동해서 가봅시다. 다시 여기로 올 줄은 몰랐는데.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
가까운 사람이 죽으면은 충격이 크지. 완전히 나가버렸구나.
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Aurea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Aurea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes, and I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, Borak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Time to talk to Cyan. Should be interesting.
그나저나 사이한 얘는 에이로이를 뭐라고 할까? 엘리자베트 소백? 아니면 그냥 엘리이라고 부르려나?
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the
Aloy라
Firebreak
부르네.
main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you
뭐야?
an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation.
정지를 된다고?
There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have
악성
been a
코드가
highly
또?
advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. it forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
오레아는?
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How's
아라라카는?
Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
카타르시스?
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
근데 왜 죽이려고? 아유,
No. I received and he explained that it was a very... I will try...
Why does
죽이려 한
Hephaestus
거지?
keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, fire claws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
금속꽃?
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
이렇게 많아.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Were
인공지능.
there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
아 맞아
Cyan,
8호.
do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
엘리자베스 서브는?
Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the...
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
그래서 엘리자베스 소백이라고 말 안 했구나.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be.
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
지식 수준이 안 됐다고? 어?
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population.
10억인데
Until the
20%?
clawback.
수십억인데 20%? 그러면은 막 200, 300억이었단 말이야?
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
I
판단력을
trust your judgment, Cyan.
믿어야지.
You were cautious with Aurea. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can.
아이안이라고 이제 또 말 거는 게 되게 신기하네요.
Hello, Aloy. Is there more you wish to talk about?
There is, Cyan.
아, 이게 선택지가 스토리야 할 때마다 늘어나는 거구나.
Time for me to head out, Cyan.
I look forward to speaking with you again, Aloy.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
It would seem your time among the Banuk
I
wasn't
am
a waste after
detecting
all.
significant anxiety.
Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. With minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is complete.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
사일럿의 약점을 잡은 에일로이다. 잠깐 밖으로. 그러고 보니까 이쪽에도 퀘스트가 하나 있었던 것 같은데. 하나 본 것 같은데 두 개 본 걸로 알고 있거든요. 사라졌나? 어쨌든 여기로 가봅시다. 파이어클로 5마리 사냥. 이라는데 여기 모닥불 없어? 아 그냥 내려가고 싶은데. 살긴 사는구나. 천천히. 피야 조금씩 회복하니까.
This scrapes.
할 것이 이 위치로 들어올 수 없습니다. 이런 젠장. 슬라이딩해서 내려가야지 뭐.
Chill almost feels like sun.
꽥. 아니. 아이, 너무 높다는 걸 깜빡했다. 또 내려가야 되네. 가자. 여기서 내려오시는 방법이 있을 것 같은데. 여기서 그대로 내려가면은 죽을 것 같은데. 쳐라. 됐다. 살아서 내려왔다. 뭐래래? 위로 가야 되는 거였네? 여기가 정식 루트였구나. 근데 할 것을 부를 수가 없다. 자, 여기서 어디로 가야 돼? 왠지 괜히 어려운 길로 가는 것 같은 기분인데. 요거 뺏어주면 안 되겠니? 홀로그램인 것 같은데. 아, 여기 왔던 데잖아. 맨 처음에 여기 얘 만나러 사이언 만나려고 갔던 길이잖아. 처음 기지를 뚫고 가고 두 번째 거에 은신처였으니까. 제대로 가는 건지 알 수가 없네. 가자. 뭐야, 다시 일로 가. 아, 여기 이쪽에 길이 있구나. 아, 이런 길이 있었구나. 몰랐네. 탈 것. 오케이, 부를 수 있군. 자, 가자.
So this is as high as we go? Okay.
맵이 끝이구나. 잠깐만, 여기가 아니야. 내가 갈렸던 데가 여기가 아니야. 섬으로 가고 있었으니까. 호라이즌이다.
Fire.
여기 저기 있네. 메비저의 파이어클러. 장치는 감전이랑 열상인데 능동으로 때려야 되네. 어샤.
Uh-oh, spotted.
슈. 야, 차주야, 때려. 차주야, 때려. 그래, 좋았어, 때리라고. 오케이, 부셨고. 나 이걸 써보려고 했던 것. 아이고야. 빵이야. 완전 저격이네. 와우. 얼어라. 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 제발 얼어라. 오케이, 얼었다. 갑바 부셨고. 지금 냉동 올리고. 지금 다 얼려라. 빠지고 다시 올리고. 통. 오케이, 부파했고. 다시 얼어라. 얼어라. 서져라. 부서져라. 어우 씨, 위에서 아래로 못 때릴 줄 알았는데 때리네. 터버려. 사라져버려. 휴. 어떻게든 좋았네요. 자, 다음은 아이고야 멀다. 1, 2, 3 온 김에 여기 가죠. 또 요 금방 오지 않을 것 같으니 잡을 수 있네? 그냥 써본 건데 부엉이네. 잡히네. 루팅도 되네. 빠샤 빠샤.
Must be the cave that Shaman told me about. Long way down. And not natural either.
자,
Might not be alone down here.
스토커가 있잖아 여기. 저는 준비는 해놓고 가야 되니까.
Here's
Look how-
some little birds.
홀로그림. 여기도 고대에 만들어졌던 거가 보네요.
Forget about traveling light.
내일 가야 돼 조사하기.
Something's been hacked out of it. Maybe I can find another of these flying machines.
제트기잖아. 알았어. 여기 있군. 으쌰. 건너갈 수 있을까? 얍! 안 되겠지?
Can my focus show me anything?
아, 맞다. 드론 수송 범이라고? 포커스를 이용하면 되지. 왜 안 썼지? 삑. 이동한다.
Not so grounded after all. Now I can get across.
자, 왜 조각상?
Just have to go up. There's the door lock. I'll need to configure it.
홀로 자물쇠 초기야.
If those punk technicians think I'm gonna sleep on them waltzing in here and screwing around with the drone routines, they have seriously underestimated my sense of mission. Let's just reset that hololock. Echo, Sierra, Echo.
아, 문을 열고.
Need a lead. Focus might find something.
딱히 여기는 없는 것 같은데. 알겠습니다, 브레이브 씨.
I didn't ask for a bunch of
체력 강화도 뭐가 이렇게 많이 나오지?
No one's touched this machine since it got sealed in here.
씨, 그 인간 추방시켜.
Shouldn't be hard to remove.
엘마운트.
I'll show it to that shaman when I'm back in Song's Edge.
스토커가 있을 것 같더니만. 연발로 가야겠다. 치명상. 푸샤. 손쉽게 죽어주진 않는구나.
So this thing will improve my spear, huh?
거길 가자. 가자. 뽕. 기득. 부엉이 가족도 있네? 아야. 도망가. 빨리 먹튀. 저장하고.
If Ikri's not coming back,
She'll be back. She never falters.
but if she has, then I'm the one who can throw a spear the farthest.
And I'm the one who can climb ice the fastest.
You have passed one test. A Werak chieftain from the Nora. Strange omens. What do you make of it, Shaman?
My thoughts on this are clouded. I must take in the smoke of burnt wires to clear them.
We are of the White Teeth, come down from the jawbone of Banur to test those who would run with us.
The test? In those hunting grounds?
No, it is an ordeal. Survive upon the glacier and the knife trail, as our ancestors did. It's been a harsh season. 2 have yet to return. We shall wait. Then we shall bless their attempt. Then we shall leave.
분명히 안 돌아왔다고?
What does this ordeal involve?
To scale the glacier's face and endure 4 days and 4 nights, sustained only from the frozen ground and the machines. Our shaman has blessed the ordeal and permitted their harvest.
Metal to fashion weapons. The rest is forbidden.
What about the 2 who haven't returned?
It was their ordeal to face alone, their life or death. Those who return know the White Teeth run alongside them. Those who do not know the White Teeth marked their attempt.
How generous. So who are the White Teeth?
Warriors. The first and the best. All young hunters hungry for the fight seek to run with us. Now the machines are angered. There was always fighting. We are well served, eh, Shaman?
Every day lightning cracks in the smoke of battle. Every night a new name to honor in song.
Aren't you even going to look for your missing hunters?
In time. As months pass, the meltwater often carries the bodies out.
Unbelievable. If there's a chance they're alive, then I'll look for them.
Even if they did still live, they will not accept your aid, Outlander. To us, survival is sacred.
Nothing else can be relied upon.
We'll see.
생존자라니.
Survival is sacred. So they leave people to die.
소리다. 자신 시험을 위해서 도움을 받지 않겠다는 건 좀 아닌데. 사라진 사냥꾼들을 찾아러 가봅시다. 뭔가 퀘스트 바뀐 것 같지만요. 네, 바꾼 거 맞아요.
I wonder what they'll trade for blue-green.
거의 다 온 것 같은데. 전투 준비나 해야겠구만. 볼투스. 오호야. 아, 마지막에 걸렸네. 이걸로 한번 해볼까? 잠깐만. 요거가 떨어지거든요? 오.
Have to leave something else behind.
이건 무엇이게나? 아이, 잠깐만. 어디서 구경하고 있어? 일단 다 꼈는데. 아무거나 박아놓자. 여기까지 가야 돼. 아이, 거기서 멈추냐. 더 와야지. 가자. 전.
I think I found one of the hunters.
봅시다. 저기 있구만. 눈을 내놓으시오. 왜? 오케이, 같이 돌아왔다. 영상 스킵할 뻔했다.
An outlander, huh? Well, who else would join me on this path I've taken? Which path would that be?
Away from tradition. Away from the Werak. It's not so. Damn.
거의 됐네?
But my need is greater.
Still, the Banuk don't accept help. Is it true?
They don't. I do. We won't be overcome.
어디 봅시다. 뜨시, 뜨시. 뭐야?
Look sharp, Outlander! There's more of them!
그래서 한 마리 처리했다. 뭐야, 더 있어? 아, 괜찮게 시기. 불타올라라. 아우, 진짜. 떨어져. 맞았어, 떨어져. 둘, 셋, 넷. 가라. 빵.
Stocking up.
An outlander. Chieftain of a Werak. It's stranger in the cut than I thought.
You're telling me.
You fight well. I'm a Cree.
Thank you. I'm Aloy. I heard the White Teeth were missing 2 hunters. You look like you could leave if you wanted to, so...
I stayed because of the other. Mylen. She snapped her leg descending the ice. I bided my time keeping vigil, but now she must return to the Werak before they leave.
Is joining the White Teeth so important to you?
It's one of the great Weraks of Ban-Or. Not so many great ones left now.
안
I
남았다고?
would go where Mylen went. I was her shadow on the snow, and she was mine. To be a runner with the White Teeth was everything to her.
부산
You know
입은
this
거나?
Mylan well.
Since our knees were always skinned. All my life. In a test to prove that we only need ourselves. That was my weakness.
Sounds like she was lucky for your weakness.
That's not the way she sees it.
거부했다고?
Mylan won't let you help her, will she? Because of the rules of this test.
You're quick as a rockfall.
No, just used to being told what's forbidden to me.
She won't allow it. Won't take the medicinal plants I found or the food. Only what she can scrape up on hands and knees. I could get close when she was delirious. But now she's learned not to let me get close.
What's this ordeal supposed to prove?
That we have the strength of our ancestors. That we can survive as they did. When they came in search of a homeland, some were trapped against this glacier by a snowstorm. 4 days, 4 nights. After the storm cleared, the survivors sighted a tallneck, which led them up into Ban-Or. Well, that's the story I learned anyway.
여기보다 더 위쪽에도 사람이 산다는 소리네.
All right. I've made a splint for her leg. Medicine for the pain, but I should warn you, she won't take them willingly. The law of survival...
Tribal law shouldn't keep us apart from the ones we care for.
Even if she cares more for the law.
자, 메일렌을 찾아봅시다.
Come. Up.
재료를 정말 넉넉하게 주는구나.
That's where we're going. The frozen flow from the Ice Father. It keeps many things, but it won't have her.
Not if we can help it.
네, 앞장서. 아이. 날 끼게 만들지 말고.
More up?
We're lucky. Handholds of God.
렉 걸렸다.
There. She's passed out again. Between us, we can fight the machines off before they reach her.
Another tradition broken.
Take it from me. Gets easier the more you do it.
이 퀘스트는 계속 뭔가 잡네요. 때려봐. 빠샤.
Scrappers! In thin air, they smell metal for miles.
아니. 이러면 내가 계속 쏴야 되잖아.
Break them down.
저 새를 먼저 잡아야 되는데. 빠빠. 빠샤. 하나, 둘, 서이.
Archers now. This won't be easy, Aloy.
숨어서. 아니. 정비를 하고. 아이씨, 이런. 이렇게 부품 제거 다 했고. 미친. 잠깐 빠져. 얼어라. 모든 곳이 다 치명타.
We did it.
생각보다 약초를 많이 안 썼네요.
I can feel her fever even in this cold. She shouldn't have been putting weight on this leg.
She is awake. Miss Outlander. You brought her here, Ikri? You think I went to the Nora homelands to find a spear to drive between us? I told you. The ordeal is mine, and mine alone. I will survive.
Which would you rather keep, Mylen? Your leg or your pride? Because I think you're gonna have to choose.
finish it. I know what you think of me. But I vowed you'd join the White Teeth. And you will. I will go back. Alone.
잘 다친 사람이 할 수 있나?
No! Let me do this. Please. Let her. My Len, I hope you can forgive me someday. I never accepted your help. It's the Werak you should ask for forgiveness. I didn't care about the Werak.
She'll understand. You saved her life.
You don't know the Banuk very well, Aloy. We have so many ways to express a grudge, and only one to accept an apology. I have to go my own way. I don't belong with them, who left her to die. And I don't belong with Ikri. I'll find a crack in this glacier, and I'll shout my grief into it. And the ice can keep it forever.
What should I tell them? The Werak.
That I fell. And that she endured. Will you?
죽겠다는 거구나. 멀다야. 사냥터. 현재 낙하 중입니다. 낙하 중엔 또 안 돼? 가중에는 빠른 이동이 안 되네요. 어찌 보면 당연한 건가? 낙하로 죽을 수도 있으니까.
I think there's frost between my teeth.
Karja hunting grounds are illegitimate pretenders. Ours is the real thing.
My Len has returned.
들어왔네?
I expect you have something to say about this.
I do.
Then convince me what an outlander's word is worth.
네,
You
모두
put her through this ordeal. She gave up everything for your rules. She refused aid, just like you taught her. Walked back on a ruined leg. Left a friend behind. She passed the test. That's my word. Are you questioning it?
My coldness to bring forth such heat? It must be the truth you speak.
The White Teeth shall accept her.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ikri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song.
이렇게 서브캐를 계속하면서 블루 그림을 모으는 거구나. 아, 코일. 돈 받는다. 아, 열었네. 이 코일을 찾아야 되는구나. 열어야겠네. 사냥터. 기술 포인트 때문에 또 해야 되나 이거? 일로 갑시다. 일로. 여기에 상인이 있으니까 저기로 갑시다. 뛰어.
Aloy! Hey, Aloy! Come to test yourself? Why else would you be out here?
어? 왜 너가 여기 있냐?
Training again so soon, Akri?
Never met a hunter who wished they'd trained less. I guess I'm not in any hurry to go back to Banor. Not yet.
Do you want to talk about it? What happened at the glacier?
No, I'd rather fight through it. Take it in my teeth and be left with the taste of determination. How about you, Aloy? Up for a challenge?
What kind of challenge?
Sure.
Competition?
No, together. We'll use the hunting grounds, but my rules. Lovok's fine with it. We'll take in as little as possible. My sling, your bow. You draw the machines to me so I can freeze them. And then you hit them when they're brittle. We'll fight until we run out of machines or you run out of arrows. That's the challenge.
Honestly, I'm more used to fighting alone.
And I'm more used to fighting alongside another. So put your spear beside mine, why don't you?
You freeze them, I shoot them. Doesn't seem so hard.
Really? Then you'll only need half as many arrows as I'd planned to give you.
Wait.
It shows I trust your aim.
Oh yeah.
Trust mine.
You've really got to work for a Banuk challenge, don't you?
That's the spirit. Come on, let's drop off our gear and go. Aloy, lure the machines back here and I'll freeze them. Don't worry, I don't miss.
Then I target them when they're vulnerable. Got it.
야, 그림자 사냥꾼 활로 이거 어떻게 잡으라고? 제작도 안 되네? 어샤.
Come on, give me a real challenge.
살을 최대한 아껴야겠다 이거. 어네를 한 발 한 발씩 쏴가지고 잡아야 되겠어 이거. 맞다. 영딜이냐 데미지? 살을 막 쓰면 안 되니까. 아이고, 하나 빗나갔네. 잠깐만, 이거 칼도 못 쓰는, 창도 못 쓰는구나. 오케이, 한 마리. 좀 올려봐. 아이씨, 이런. 오씨, 뭐야. 침착하게. 아우. 맞추기 겁나 힘드네.
I'll freeze it where it stands.
아유, 엉게 아니잖아. 아, 다 풀렸네. 빨리 올려봐, 좀.
Don't lose your footing.
오케이. 생각해보니까 포션도 없네? 아우, 밀지마. 풀렸네, 얼음이 풀렸어. 아우, 진짜. 어이씨, 깜짝이야. 정조준을 해야 되니까 이거 힘드네요. 잠깐만, 안 얼었잖아. 아, 맞다, 이거 저거 정리했어야 되는데. 그래, 쏴.
Keep pushing them.
이런. 아, 맞으면 안 되는데. 아우, 못 쓰겠어. 됐어. 뭐야, 더우냐? 레이저가. 이거 그냥 들켜서 가는 게 더 낫겠다. 몇 마리 잡아야 되는 거야, 근데? 아, 지금 이용할 수 없는 요인이라고? 우와. 일로와, 일로와. 다들 일로와. 터져라! 뻥!
Good enough for third place. Out of how many? Just us two. So let's do better. Let's keep going.
이것 때문에 불화살이 하나 있었던 거구나. 빠샤 타마야. 다음이 어디야? 트램플러. 음체, 얼음 약점, 불 내성. 얘를 잡으라고? 야, 쏴! 얼음을 쏘라고! 와우, 씨. 또 언제 왔네? 오케이, 남아있는 폭파 부위가 좀 얼려봐. 아, 잡던 거 잡고 싶은데. 아우, 뭐야, 화면이 흔들려, 갑자기. 빠샤. 빠샤.
We've almost mastered the challenge. It's a close second place.
와. 부파. 얼리라고. 친구야, 얼리라고. 뭐 하는데? 아, 안 보여. 왜 꼈어? 됐다. 아우, 씨. 빠샤. 빠샤. 지금이다. 아직 안 얼었대. 아, 안돼. 다 죽어라. 이걸로 못 잡을 것 같은데? 다 마지막 거를? 뭐가 나올지 모르겠지만. 아, 블로베. 얘면은 잡을 수 있을 것 같아. 얘는 저 약점이 커다란 게 몇 개 있으니까. 걔면은 이 정도 화살이면 괜찮을 것 같아요. 부판만 잘 노려서 하면은. 문제는 내가 버틸 수 있을 건데. 좀 써봐. 얼리라고. 이럴 줄 알았다, 씨. 잠깐만. 우와. 잠깐만, 피가 없어. 퀘스팅 끊겼네. 이거 원래 불 붙나? 안 붙나 보네. 가만히 있어봐. 아이씨. 이러면 안 되는데. 몇 발 빗나간 게 아쉽네.
I'm out. Then we'd better get out of here too. We got almost all of them. Who taught you? Your mother? Sister?
His name was Rost.
Rost. Sounds very nice. I can almost picture him. Stout as a tree.
And you?
Myself, I never knew my parents. There's a saying, an infant means 2 fewer hands to hunt with. That challenge was their gift to me.
아깝다. 다음번에.
Another time, agree.
Sure. You know where to find me. Unless Lovok throws me out for making the other hunters look bad.
정리를 합시다.